Governor, you are not an angel. Human beings make mistakes. Even admit on record that, yes, on this one, guys, I got it wrong. And I'm willing to learn. But pushing back and insisting on pushing agenda that really actually it makes you, the governor, look extremely bad in the eyes of the public. I don't know whether that bothers you, it doesn't bother you, but straightforward questions that just need straightforward answers. You are taking everybody around in circles and you're laughing with your staff. It doesn't reflect a very good image for the people of Isiolo. That's what I'm going to say in this meeting.
A governor in Homa Bay will need a chief officer of fishery department, but Isiolo will need more of livestock production, because that is where you go. So by the fact that you are being told reduce your chief officers to 18 chief officers, there was a reason to that effect. So my question is, why didn't you measure some of these departments to ensure efficiency? Because you could have done livestock production, fisheries, and blue economy or something like that, or climate change. I've seen, Chair, some of chief officers even are doing functions that belong to the national government. So I don't think it is efficient, Governor. So on those three questions, and finally, Governor, chief officers under the county governments act are the accounting officers. Who is doing the approvals and requisitions to control our budget? Because you say by March they are gone. So who will we hail as accounting officers as per the law? Thank you, Chair.
Governor.
Thank you, Chair. It is true the term of the previous chief officer's office expired in March, and we renewed 5 of them. Five of them are the ones who are holding those positions and acting for the officers which the other chief officers have not been reappointed or recruited. I want to confirm here, we are in the process of either reappointing the earlier one or recruiting new one. Chair, I can reduce my chief officers to 10. What I wanted to come out clear here, the County Government Act does not constrain me to 18 chief officers, as what the Senator of Isiolo was saying. The Act is very clear, and it is the law, and I was following the law.
No, I'm on record. I have never said anywhere here. Can you withdraw that? Because I didn't say that. That is the record of the auditors.
When you withdraw the word liar,
Governor,
I will withdraw to the committee.
You are the liar. You are
Governor,
you are a pathological liar.
Governor.
Human resource records reveal that the county had appointed 31 county chief officers to head multiple departments instead of the 18 which were provided for in the county staff establishment of July 2022. In addition, the county had in position 2 deputy county secretaries which were not provided for in the county staff establishment. In the circumstances, the management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, what was your response?
Chair, before I respond to that,
I want you to respond first, then anything supplementary you'll say after.
thank you, Chair. It is true, Isiolo County has 31 chief officers.
Is that written anywhere?
Yeah.
Where?
The management confirms having appointed a total of 31 chief officers serving in different portfolios.
Which document?
Is that
the same document you have? Same page, where you have excess advisors and chief officers.
Yes, but you have just repeated what the Auditor General has said.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
What you should tell us is whether your staff establishment allows for 18 or it allows for 31. That is the first. That is a violation.
If you go to the County Government Act, Chair, it is very clear how the appointment of the chief officers are done.
No, just a minute, Governor. What does your staff?
The law does not specify the number of chief officers to be appointed, Chair, as per the County Government Act.
Yes. Yeah. It is driven by your staff establishment, isn't it?
And we've changed our staff establishment to allow 31 chief officers.
At the time of audit, what was the number of chief officers as per your staff establishment at the time of audit?
I'm not aware of that, but we have a staff establishment which allows for 31 chief officers, Chair.
Governor, you are not making our life easy.
In fact, for those of us who think that we need to have these conversations to help you see the problems in Isiolo, you're not doing us a favor. The auditor says your staff establishment allows for 18 chief officers. Is that true?
We have a staff establishment which has been approved by the County Public Service Board, the County Executive, and the County Assembly.
Can we see a
allowing 31 chief officers?
Can we see a copy of that? Is it before us?
It is not before you, Chair, but it is there.
Chair, can I ask something?
Senator Dulo.
Now, the governor confirmed that he had 31 advisors. What is your current establishment?
I don't have 31 advisors.
No,
Chair.
31 chief officers, sorry,
Yeah.
for the record, 31 chief officers. What is your current establishment since the previous chief officers, their term has come to an end?
I'll still appoint 31 chief officer. As per the County
answering
Government
my
Act Section
question.
45, which allows the governors to do that,
Chair,
and the County of
Now, Governor,
which allows for 31
Governor,
chief officers.
you do not have the luxury of bad manners in Isiolo because you're the governor. This is a constitution that guides your operations. And the constitution requires us as a Senate to confirm that the money we send to you is being used, one, lawfully, and two, effectively. A county with 10 MCAs and 36 advisors and 31 chief officers, that is madness. You can't tell us that that is justified and that you're going to do it because your staff establishment says so. That is completely out of order, completely unacceptable, Governor.
Chair.
That you cannot get away with. How many MCAs are there in Isiolo?
Chair,
Let's start from there.
The Constitution does not specify the appointment of the chief officer.
And Constitution requires you to utilize public funds effectively. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So if you have 10 MCAs, 36 advisors, 36 chief officers, surely, no wonder you are at 46% on wage roll.
Other counties are at 51.
Chair,
You guys are running Isiolo like a joke.
Governor, I think we need to take the guidance from the chair that this conversation has to be an orderly conversation. There is something you have said in your response there at the bottom on what you call an action plan. You're saying the county is in the process of recruiting the right number of chief officers in accordance with the staff management. Staff establishment.
Yeah.
Now, what that response tells me is that you're willing to comply with or to rectify the mistake that was highlighted by the Auditor General by returning the number of chief officers to 18. But what you have gone and done is to change the staff establishment to allow you to get 31.
Which is allowed, Chair.
Yes,
Under the
but
law, it is allowed.
this is the problem, Governor. If the initial query is that you are not following the staff establishment, you have more than enough. Is it really your position that the Auditor General was telling you now go ahead and increase the number in the staff establishment?
Chair,
Allow him to answer me, Senator
Okay,
Dulo,
fine,
please.
fine.
Is that your understanding of the audit report, that the Auditor General was now saying go and increase to 31?
No, no, Chair.
So that cannot be an explanation.
My
That cannot be
explanation,
an
Chair, is the County Government Act
I have
does
understood
not
that.
specify that.
Honorable Governor, you know I'm a lawyer.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
I know what the law says. It is very condescending for you to send me to the law, and you know I'm a lawyer. So please, if you knew that the problem was this, instead of complying with your own staff establishment, because there was a thinking that went into having 18. The initial staff establishment of 18, there was a reason why they went to 18.
Chair, the initial one was
On record.
it moves to 18. Now we have 31.
Yeah.
Chair, say
Please,
something.
please allow me.
Question is
We
not
must draw a line between serious business and jokes.
Please allow
And I'll soon draw that line.
Chair,
Please allow me.
Senator Wambua.
Before Wambua makes a conclusion,
No, I'm not, it's not a conclusion.
Okay, just let him go
It's
first.
not a conclusion.
Senator Wambua.
I just want to try and put the governor back on track. You know, this audit, and you see we are very calm. This audit is not futuristic. You know, it's not looking into the future. It's using the rear drive mirror, no, to look in the past. So, Governor, at the time of the audit, what was the staff establishment for chief officers in the county government at the time of the audit?
31, Chair.
At the time of the audit?
Management did not produce establishment to the auditors, but it was 31, Chair.
No, that one.
Yeah.
So this that one figure is not something that you did after the audit. It was always that one. Then maybe the auditor should tell us that where they got that 18 from.
I think the auditors have stated as a matter of fact. Auditor, can you tell us where the 18 came from?
As the staff establishment, Chair.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying we must distinguish between jokes and serious business. And I'm seeing that jokes are getting into the answer. The auditor...
Because the governor was on record and was responding to my question, let me also register my dissatisfaction with that response, because Governor, you said respectively that you moved from 18 to 31, but then, wait.
Not 18, Chair. In 2014, there was an establishment of 14. In 2019, it was changed to 18. In 2023, we changed it to 31.
And that's what I'm saying, that at the time of the audit, the auditors say it was at 18. You're saying it was at 31. All we need to do is...
You see, in answer to that question which I asked earlier, the governor said he didn't know. All he knows is that now it's 31. And that's why I'm saying we need to be more serious, Governor. In fact, without evidence of those staff establishments in 13, in 17 or 19 and 23, we engaged in stories ajaba.
Chair.
We are not doing serious business here.
What I wanted to say.
Senator Dulo, Senator Chirarke.
Now, the 31, their contract expired on the 15th of March. Currently, worse of 31, they have 5 chief officers. 5. My question is, who is handling the docket of those chief officers who have left? Because if he says the law allows him to recruit as many numbers as he wants, 5 to deal with all the departments for the purpose of accountability, who is handling their budget as far as accountability is concerned? Number 2, Chair, the law is very clear that the county has a county public service board. What is happening in Isiolo? There are letters of appointment issued by the county secretary of Isiolo County. Where does that apply? Those are the issues I wanted to
Chair,
raise.
can I ask a few questions so that we make progress?
Okay, then the governor will respond to both.
Governor, you have argued that there is a justification, such a legal justification. Can you pinpoint us, because under the County Government's Government Act, of course you have the power to appoint the chief officers after vetting by the County Public Service Board. Number 2, Chair, Governor, have you ever sat with your officers with the Office of the Auditor General, especially during entry and exit and management meetings, so that you can appraise? And then, Governor, I'm curious. For example, you have a chief officer in charge of fisheries department. I don't think whether it is relevant in Isiolo. Are there fish and fisheries in Isiolo? Of course, is it relevant? I wish, and that is why we are talking about staff establishment. I'm just using a justification. I'm imagining a governor in Homa Bay will need a chief officer of fishery department, but Isiolo will need more of livestock production, because that is where you go. So, by the fact that you are being told reduce your chief officers to 18 chief officers, there was a reason to that effect. So my question is, why didn't you measure some of these departments to ensure efficiency? Because you could have done livestock production, fisheries, and blue economy or something like that, or climate change. I've seen, Chair, some of chief officers even are doing functions that belong to the national government. So I don't think it is efficient, Governor. So on those 3 questions, and finally, Governor, Chief officers under the county governments act are the accounting officers. Who is doing the approvals and requisitions to control our budget? Because you say by March they are gone. So who will we hail as accounting officers as per the law? Thank you, Chair.
Governor?
Thank you, Chair. It is true the term of the previous Chief of Service expired in March, and we renewed 5 of them. Five of them are the ones who are holding those positions and acting for the officers which the other Chief of Staff have not been reappointed or recruited. I want to confirm here, we are in the process of either reappointing the earlier one or recruiting new one. Chair, I can reduce my Chief of Staff to 10. What I wanted to come out clear here, the County Government Act does not constrain me to 18 Chief Officers, as what the Senator of Isiolo was saying. The Act is very clear, and it is the law, and I was following the law.
No, I'm on record. I have never said anywhere here. Can you withdraw that? Because I didn't say that. That is the record of the auditors.
When you withdraw the word liar,
Governor,
I will
lie
withdraw.
to the committee.
You are the liar. You are
Governor.
a pathological liar.
Governor,
Yeah.
Governor, you are getting out of order. You are getting out of order. I don't think you came to Nairobi for a shouting match. And we have been extremely patient. The chair has been extremely patient to allow us to have a conversation that can help the people of Isiolo. Let us not reduce it to a personal exchange. Whereas you say the law does not specify the number of chief officers, why is it that Isiolo has just 9 CCs while other counties have 10? Because it's specified in law, isn't it?
In the Constitution.
And
To have
it is
a third of the members of the County Assembly.
correct.
And we have, obliged to that.
Just let me guide you. Because the same principle that has capped the number of CCs in proportion to the size of your assembly is the same principle that would apply even when it comes to chief officers. There is a principle, and even if it is not stated in black and white that you should have 10 chief officers, you know, one day you'll wake up and you'll have 100 chief officers. Is that effective utilization of public resources? It is our job that even if you did things in accordance with a gap in law, but we must ask whether it is effective. It sounds wrong for a county like Isiolo with 10 MCAs and 9 CECs to have 36 advisors and 31 chief officers. That is not effective use of public resources. And you see, you have not provided any evidence to confirm that you have complied with your own laws in Isiolo. You have not presented to us the staff establishment. You have not presented to us the schedule of the 32, whom you are saying are not advisors. So we cannot arrive at any other conclusion. In fact, it now gets me to the point of asking whether we should proceed if these 2 issues have been responded to in this manner. There could be one or two other issues, perhaps relating to projects, that we might want to have a preliminary conversation on, so that when you now do your substantive response, you are guided on how to deal with the matters. But on the first 2 issues that we have tested, you have not responded in any manner that is satisfactory to this committee. The appendices are not there. The evidence of the law is not there. And that is why now I cannot avoid taking the documents tabled by Senator Dulo, because you have not presented your own evidence. So, members, I'm informed by the clerk that the payment has been received.
Yes, Chairman. The office of the clerk has received the banker's check. They are in the process of doing an acknowledgement letter to the county.
Okay, fine. So that can allow us to proceed with some.
Actually, it is to the governor, because that money has been paid by the governor, not the county.
Yeah.
Chair, before you close the two issues of advisors and chief officers,
Senator Chiraka.
maybe in the words of Senator Wambua that this is preliminary, it is important that you give a ruling of the committee that what should follow, because so that we don't leave it open-ended. Because if we need further evidence of the advisors that have been appointed, and my opinion, Chair, is that they must be verified by the Office of the Auditor General, so that when the governor will give evidence of the 4 advisors, let it go to the OAG, be authenticated by the OAG, and the 5. And Governor, how can 5 chief officers act on behalf of 31? Don't you think it's too much? And do they do all the requisitions in terms of the spending by those departments? Is it efficient?
Irregularities in the award of contract for the development of Isiolo County Spatial Plan. It involves about 98 million Kenya shillings.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, read your finding.
Yeah, I'm reading the query on irregularities in the award of contract for the development of Isiolo County Special Plan. It goes this way. Note A to the financial statements reflect Kenya shillings 702,259,516 in respect to the acquisition of assets. Included in this was Kenya shillings 24,119,480, which was spent on research studies, project preparation, design and supervision, which further included Kenya shillings 19,694,480, which was made to a company for Isiolo County Spatial, Physical and Land Use Development Plan 2023 to 2033, whose contracted sum was Kenya shillings 98,472,400. However, the following anomalies were noted. The first one, the county executive awarded the tender to a company at a contract sum of Kenya shillings 98,472,400 instead of the lowest bidder who had quoted Kenya shillings 62,173,448. This was contrary to Section 86(1) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, which states that the successful tenderer shall be the one who meets any one of the criteria specified in the tender document. Secondly, the lowest bidder was disqualified during the financial evaluation on the grounds that their quotation was abnormally low and would potentially fail to deliver the contract as per Section 27 of the Act. Thirdly, the county executive failed to follow the required procedure outlined in the tender document of seeking written clarification from the bidder, including a detailed price analysis of the bid in relation to the contract scope, delivery schedule, allocation of the risks, and other requests for proposal requirements. No evidence was provided to confirm that the county executive determined the bidder's inability to deliver the contract at the quoted price. In the circumstances, the management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, you may read your response.
CCM Finance will do it.
Thank you, Chair. The management confirms procuring consultancy services for physical and land use development plan awarded to the evaluated bidder at the cost of 98,472,400. The management felt that seeking clarification was not necessary pursuant to Section 81(2) of Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2015, which states clarification shall not change the terms of the tender as the quoted price were too low compared to sector technical advised estimate. The sector advice was thorough analysis of the project scope, material, labor, and other relevant factors. The county executive wishes to confirm that departmental estimates for preparation of county spatial plan were 106 million. Attached Annex 5 is an extract of the CIDP 2023-2024 for Isiolo County on the costing of the development plan. The concept note for the county spatial plan is the basis for scope of work and policy framework for preparation of the plan. Attached is the concept note Annex 5.2. In the light of the above, Howard's Humphrey Consulting Engineers quoted a figure way lower than budgets, and in the interest of achieving the quality of work expected, they were dropped in favor of Design Works Limited, who are within the range.
Sector technical advice, my friend. That is what you have read here. That is what we want to see.
Or was it given by word of mouth?
What is that thing you're reading, boss? What is it?
Chair, it's written breakdown of budget estimates.
That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the sector technical advice that told you that this guy is so low, he's not going to deliver. Let's spend 36 million more. That's what we are looking for.
Chair, this is a hostile witness. Can he take an oath?
It's not hostile, he doesn't understand.
Yes, so that you know he is misleading the committee.
I think we are joking too much with public
The
resources.
committee is becoming hostile.
We want to know who did it. There must be professional advice by a procurement officer.
Yes.
That person has no business being a member of the Institute of Supply Chain. That's what I want to see, that sector advice. Who gave it? Who gave that advice that you spend 36 million more?
There must have been technical evaluation of the two companies.
We'll provide the evaluation report here from the technical committee here, who evaluated the project.
Vice Chair?
For me, lastly, you are supposed to advise the lowest bidder that they did not succeed in their bid and the reasons why. Did you write to the lowest bidder, informing them that they have failed in their bid? Because that is the law.
Governor?
Chair, we have not written to him as confirmed by the response that we didn't seek clarification from the...
Was it clarification or notification?
Come again?
Did you get the question asked by the Vice Chair?
Yes,
Can you respond to it?
through the chair. We responded that since we found the lowest bidder had a more lower price, that we saw as a department that it will affect the quality of work, so we didn't write to him.
When you notify somebody that they have lost the bid, how would you compromise the quality of work?
We responded to him that he didn't win the award.
Are you the one who gave this technical advice?
No,
Who gave it?
the technical committee, evaluation committee,
Headed by?
the procurement officer.
And their decision is done in writing.
Yes.
And that's what we'll... Is that person here?
The response says that the management failed, that seeking clarification was not necessary. I mean, are we serious, really? Is this account that is serious? You're telling you just have feelings, and when you have feelings, you make a decision.
So it appears a gentleman with a microphone could be that person who used his feelings.
You just used feelings. You're saying we failed.
No.
Can you tell us why you decided to spend 36 million more?
Again, the feelings are only left for love matters, not a financial matter.
No, I'm actually shocked that a document like this can be tendered before a serious committee like this. When you are telling us that you failed, you failed. I mean, how?
Okay, Mr. Feelings, the floor is yours now.
Meets
Who advised, Lands or procurement?
Lands, because it's the technical
So Chief Officer Lands, you are here.
They are already
Procurement
undertaken.
is saying you are the one who said you spent 36 million more.
The technical team are already prepared their own budgets and meant quantifications as to why that one was very low and it was based.
Mr. The name is? Stephen. The governor refers to a sector technical advice or estimate. Who prepared it?
The technical staff in the lands department.
So it's the lands guys who decided we spent 36 million.
They made a meeting and they made a...
How did they decide that? Is there a document? Are there minutes? Is there a report
Yeah, they had a budget and some other documents.
Leave alone the budget. Is there a report that they wrote that led to the disqualification of the lowest bidder?
There was a report that gave a rough figure.
It's not the issue of budgets.
You are not getting it. You are not getting it. Honorable
Governor, you are not an angel. Human beings make mistakes. Even admit on record that, yes, on this one, guys, I got it wrong. And I'm willing to learn. But pushing back and insisting on pushing agenda that really actually makes you, the governor, look extremely bad in the eyes of the public. I don't know whether that bothers you, it doesn't bother you, but straightforward questions that just need straightforward answers. You are taking everybody around in circles and you're laughing with your staff. It doesn't reflect a very good image for the people of Isiolo. That's what I'm going to say in this meeting.
Thank you, Chair. I want to assure the committee in the next meeting will produce all evidence and all the pages will be paginated. And I want to put a request, Chair. The next meeting should be held in Isiolo so that we can also go through the project which you are asking in this audit queries. Thank you, Chair.
The last time you were there, you disappeared. So
But Chair, we have been there.
How sure are we you'll
You
be
will
there?
be around. We missed you.
I'm requesting.
Oh, you are requesting.
Okay,
And I'll foot the bill, not the county personally.
No. We have our budget. We have